Hello, my name's Michael. I'm a composer, voice actor, writer, whatnot. I run Thursday's Trinity Continuum anima game every other Thursday at 12 noon Eastern, and also am a streamer on the same site.
Hello, I am Zachary Naldra, he, him. I occasionally do writing, both of the community content and of the freelance variety. Uh, yeah, and I can be found at Zach Rules on the Dead Bird site. It probably says that right below my name now that I'm back in the right place.
Okay, perfect. All right. For some reason, OBS was just like, we don't want to hear from you. We want to hear from the players. And you know what? I am not going to deny chat, Zoom, OBS, and you all of that. But I'm going to introduce myself anyways. Hi, I'm Grow. I am your storyteller for tonight. And we're just going to get right into the story. Where we begin at the end of one mission. The music is loud, the sounds of the cityscape are louder, and the roar of heavy gunfire cut through the noise of our scene. The year is 1945. The war westward is raging on, but with signs that the tides are changing and war might be drawing to a close. However, our story isn't about what's happening on the war front. No, our story is about heroes who have been handling the conflicts on the home front and beyond in a city named Metro Union, a place where, sure, it's idyllic, sure, you might be able to get a pound of meat for 25 cents. Your apartment can be paid for, but your granny might decide to fight you in the middle of the street in combat. Who knows? It is that type of city. Anyways, what is happening is we have to pan our camera down, a bit downward from the hazy sky of this autumn night that we start our scene on. Now, as we pan our camera over to the floor, we watch several very polished, very expensive Armani shoes are running across as they're trying to get to some sort of location as the scuffle is happening. Our camera pans over one more time as a bullet flies past an individual holding a briefcase. We pan out to a black backroom parlor, which once was the pinnacle of luxury, crime, and style, and is now in a shambled heap of its former self. As we see card tables, sofas, drink carts, and etc. flipped over and riddled with a lot of bullet holes, knife holes, and also scratches, large cat-like scratches all over the place. And as we keep watching, a sign for the Kidding Club falls over as an individual dressed up for a date with a few mobsters comes barreling out of one of the back doors into the hallway. Michael, as Gray, describe yourself. Tell us all about yourself.
Gray is a bit of an enigma. You can't really tell a lot of things about them, and you also, for sure, won't remember their face because probably tomorrow it's going to be a different face. But you always know that at least they dress very well all the time, and to the nines even. And they're a secret agent from Branch Nine. How you see the to the nines part is a joke. Ha ha ha.
Perfect.
Um,
Um, Let me see something. As you're going through here, there's a lot, and there's still bullets whizzing past you. Um, you and your team have spent weeks trying to get your hands on this briefcase. In fact, you guys have spent hours scouring the locations. You've been hiding about, trying to be 18 different people, and it's become even more exhausting than what you're usually dealt with, especially because how important this case is. It's What you have in your hand contains launch codes and schematics for a death raid created by Dr. Manfred von Zorbo, a tyrant of the skies and a hindrance of the war effort. His deeds are a thorn in the Aeon Society side and also just a danger to the whole world over. And that briefcase in your hand is an example of that. You tell me, as you were doing your normal thing, the thing that you always accomplish and have always been managed to normally get yourself in and out of, what went wrong? Tell me what happened right after you were able to accomplish your mission for this all to go sunny side up.
My first guess is either there's something that uh, there were some parts of the information that wasn't complete, or uh, there was a mole. There was a leak in our organization somewhere that potentially have alerted the bad guys, I would say, to our presence. So even though we were able to still succeed, it's a success with a caveat, we should say.
Success with a caveat. I will say, hmm, maybe less of just a leak and more of a. It happened because one of the bartenders might have, for some reason, it was a little bit more chatty than usual. It just seemed a little know way too much than they were supposed to. And I've kind of alerted a few people, a few rival gangs, that something was afoot. And you just happen to be the person who doesn't fit any descriptions of the people who should be here just by sheer coincidence. But now you have to get the F on out of here. Um, and in fact, with bullets still whirling past you, unfortunately, your partner in Heroes is preoccupied at the moment. What is it that you do currently as you're running out of here?
Um, I am actually going to find the most inconspicuous. Like, I'll look for a corner that would specifically lead to a dead end, uh, but then is right outside of everybody's sight line for just a slight second. Um, any little bit of time would work, as I will, as the game starts, immediately spend the inspiration to slide on out of here with one of my gifts called Traversing the Impassable.
Okay. And go ahead and tell the audience how does that work? Seeing as a lot of people are learning this for the first time.
Traversing the Impassable is very fun gift. As my character, essentially, with the inspiration that's spent, I pass through physical objects as though they weren't there for the number of rounds quite equal to my reflective facet, which I have three.
Oh,
So, with that being said, as soon as I get to the dead end, right, I turn a left corner, go through a door and turn a left corner, and immediately pass through a wall with the briefcase.
perfect. And you're able to do so. No one is actually able to follow you, and anyone who was firing around in that area. But then you can hear the muffled sounds of people shouting, screaming. Where did they go? What did, and just confusion all over the place. Where you phase out to is interesting. As you look, you phase out, you think, yeah, I finally got it, and you see a bunch of ladies with some Tommy guns, and one of them is just like, okay, like we were gonna. You want to just run? You can just. We'll give you a head start. Go ahead and run. It's just exasperated. Just opens the door for you to allow you to run out. Like we had a whole
uh,
thing.
well, apologies. There's just a lot of chaos going around. And, yeah, I'll just take the advantage and go through.
And it's not a problem for you as you're able to get out. And they do. For some reason, these ladies are more honorable than most of the other criminals you've dealt with in the last few hours. They allow you to run out of there, and you're able to go out towards two different exits. One is the front door, and then the other one is the outdoor side exit, and you can pick whichever one you want to go to.
Um, Real quick, how long would be a round be in this situation?
How long a round would be? It's just a couple of minutes.
Would you say with the 3 rounds that I have of the the gift that I had, would I be able to do it again?
Yes, you would be able to phase through the walls again, and it shouldn't take you too much time to go through here. This place, while it looks like it's fortified, most of it, from what you scouted out, is kind of like paper thin. So going through places shouldn't be too much of a problem for you.
Yeah, then if that's the case, I'll just continue on going through different walls, trying to book it, but also remain more in the shadows in that sort.
Awesome. And you're able to do so. And is there a particular place you're trying to get to, or you're just trying to stay in the vicinity?
I'm trying to get to my partner at this point. I'll try to see where they are, and also so that we could kind of rendezvous and then leave,
Oh,
essentially.
well, give me, you know what? Let me see. As you're trying to do this, how are you trying to scope them out?
Hmm. Do we have any sort of communications between us at all?
You do, and in fact, your normally your third partner would be here for this, but they're off doing whatever science stuff that they are normally doing, so they're not with you. But you do have communicator watches that you can contact each other on. Um, for this world, they look a little bit more bulky, or they look like watches, but they're bulky and like they fritz every so often, so you're gonna have to slap at it a few times just to get like a good signal and try to actually sound like a human talking through this thing. But for communication, it works.
Is it possible for flavor purposes that Gray doesn't like to have anything on their hands, so it's like a pocket watch in like thing that's in one of their pockets?
Yeah, that's not a problem at all. In fact, I think your partner in crime kind of made that for you just because they know how you are.
Sounds good. I'll just take it out and just. Whoa, where did you go? I have the briefcase. What happened?
Meanwhile, on the other end, you can hear what sounds to be like a lot of grunts, a lot of fighting, and the camera pans through the walls, up the stairs, down a few other flights of stairs. We're seeing a few guards and very well dressed gentlemen falling down and hitting the floor. Um, as we pan over to Zach, describe your character, Bobby.
Bobby Joey is dressed in a black suit, white shirt, with a purple trench coat and fedora, very much looking like a character out of Dick Tracy. Um, and he's a large, kind of an imposing figure, clean cut. Has some scars on his face. He certainly has the sight of a man who's had his nose broken once or twice before. Um, he's been through some things, and
Yeah.
he's the one that and he's the one who's come out of those things standing and walking and still running face first into those things, or fist first, or foot first, or whatever he can grab and throw first in front of him.
And you have been able to, but without having to roll, Bobby's familiar with this crime syndicate that you guys have all been trying to basically pull the wool over their eyes, get this briefcase from. It's the Costellos, also known as the Cat Hat Gang. Um, known for running the kitten club and a lot of their cat-like themed stuff that they go for. Um, they're also known for nicking priceless items and selling them on the black market, which is kind of the reason why you're here, because this was supposed to be one of their biggest sales. Um, they were a rival mob in a past life, but you've changed your alliance since then. But you're familiar with their work, and unfortunately, you're also familiar with their second command, a wiry woman with curly blonde hair, a champagne colored dress, matching pearls, and looks pretty frazzled at this moment, named Kathy Kitty Costello, a femme fatale who knows her way around people and also knows how to throw a punch and a few scratches. And she looks pretty pissed at you and is practically hissing like a cat as her long fingernails have extended out into like these metal cat like claws. Bobby.
Kitty, that's a new trick that you've learned. Or have you just been holding back on me?
Oh, a girl has to have a few little tricks, huh? And she's kind of slightly slashes at you, but it's nothing too serious. Not enough to draw any blood or anything damaging, just to get close. So, what do I owe this pleasure? Do I take your eyes out first, your spleen, your kidney, that annoying vocal cord you call a tongue?
I see your flirting hasn't gotten any better since the last time I've seen you either.
She kind of
So
prowls around as you say that, almost like she's stalking prey or food.
why I can't just be in the neighborhood. I just can't come by and say hi for a good time for an old time's sakes.
Uh, and as you say this, you can still hear the bullets and the other things happening in the background. This is your way of saying hello.
It's not the first time I've been shot at in this club.
Well, maybe not the first time, but it is going to be the first time you actually have to crawl out of here when I'm done. And as she says this, you see someone run out. This young man with a flat cap on, looks very frazzled. Okay, I made it finally. And he kind of holds up a card that says Rumble and shouts it out loud. Kitty versus Bobby, Rumble, and just runs out of there. And like a few bullets whirl past him. And like for a moment, Kitty's just stunned. Like, how does he get here? Okay.
I thought he
Anyway,
was on your payroll. He's not one of yours.
I thought he was one of yours.
I I don't announce myself that way. I just break things.
Perfect. And she goes for a slash. Going for a slash for three three hit for 3 damage.
All right.
I don't think that hits your defense, does it?
Let's see. I think one of my things here does something about that. So with the sweet science edge, to that's just for initiative action. That doesn't actually do anything for defense. Armor expert. I'm always wearing armor, so that would make at least one defense on that. And I have no armor on otherwise. So actually, yeah, that would get past my defenses.
So she goes past your defenses, and she only goes, doesn't really do any damage as it only hits for three. Um, it's you get like a small cat scratch, like across the face, but it's nothing that your face has not received in a long time. In fact, it doesn't even look like it's any damage due to like a broken nose, some like punches, a scar from that one fight, a burn from Jenny from the cafe. Well, that wasn't a fight; that was just her being clumsy. But you know how it is. It's nothing too damaging. It's a little drop of blood. But to Kitty, she did something great. Like she's celebrating as if she took down your health bar.
Yes, crawling. That's gonna put me on my knees. Uh-huh. Good plan you got there, Kitty. Keep it up. So, anyways, what do you have that's making all these people go nuts in the other room? What did you grab?
As if you don't know. You know what we grab.
You have a lot of things in here that I don't know what they are. You're gonna have to be a little bit more specific.
And why would I tell you?
I mean, that's a valid point, but I don't. I mean, how do you know which one of those things I came here for?
Uh, and you hear more like tipping over things. You hear in the background someone is shouting, "They have the briefcase!" And then you have one person getting thrown out a window for some reason, and the guy kind of just dusts himself out. You're like, "I just came here for a drink. Why am I getting thrown through? Oh, is a rumble happening?
Yeah, rumble's happening, dude.
Hey, Charlie, a rumble's happening. Ricky, not now. We're getting shot at." And like more bullets are whirling. He's just like, can't watch this one. Throws himself back over to the window that was just broken, and they both take off. Um, on your wrist, you do hear Gray trying to communicate with you. And Gray, what is it that you're trying to say?
Where are you? We've got it. We can go now.
And his watch is a big clunky Dick Tracy watch. And he's like, yeah, I'm in a little meeting right now. I'll catch up with you. You know that spot. Okay. Kitty, it was lovely seeing. He doesn't turn off. He just pulls it down so it doesn't look like he's talking. Um, he's got a little click on it so that the still keeps picking up what he's saying. Kitty, it's been lovely seeing you. Um, you have some things to deal with right now. I don't want to get in your way any more than I already have, so I'm going to let you go and handle whatever mess is happening in your club. I'm sure there's people to yell at and uh, things to clean up and alibis for your people to make. Yeah, good seeing you again. Uh, we'll do this later, sometimes, maybe when there's not ongoing violence in the next room, or at least, we can jump in and
It,
do that thing. If you want to, I mean, if
it's,
you want me to go create more violence in the next room, I can. If you'd prefer that, but otherwise, I'll just see myself out.
she wants to. In fact, like it's the tempting offer to even just fight you right here. But unfortunately, she hears cop cars. And she hears other the rival gangs also firing back because when one person fires a gun, everyone decides they have to fire a gun, and then someone throws a chair. So like she's got putting into her mind which one is more important: going after you, going after the briefcase, going after whatever's happening in her club, and then she's just going, just lets out a hiss and just like takes off for inside the club, and it just leaves you alone. What possibly 10, maybe 15 guys kind of spread out all over when we pull our camera back and you can see how many dudes have just been laid out.
Yeah, yeah. So he's just gonna walk. I imagine there's not an exit from her office right out to the street, and he's gonna have to walk through the club.
Um, there's a back door where where a lot of there's a changing and a powder
There,
room back
okay,
there.
yeah. He'll go through the back door.
And as you do, again, just like Gray, you see a bunch of women with a bunch of Tommy guns, and like they're pointing at the direction. And then you see one, the head of them, uh, Black Fidelia, drag queen, the belle of basically this club and belle of a lot of different cubs. She's looking, and she's a little bit older, and kind of gleams down at you. Is that baby Bobby?
Oh, you remember me? How sweet. How you doing?
I'm doing well. How's the boys? You still hanging out with them?
They got into some trouble. I got into some different trouble. We went to different places. But I'm kind of back now for the moment. Um, kind of on it may be a temporary thing. I don't know how long I'll be in town for. Um, until I have to go away again. Things happen.
Mm-hmm.
But you're looking good. Yeah, I like what you do with your hair. It's a new style from the last time I saw you.
It is a new style. You know, Katie got into all about a fuss about, going blonde because, she only has to be the only golden kitty here. So I decided to go, a little Pepe Le Pew, a little Corella. And she's just flipping herself out. And like one of the girls is like, so, Bossily, are we supposed to shoot? Are we supposed to. Oh, no, 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 no. That's baby Bobby. Baby, I don't know who that. Little Bobby? Um, Melissa, the one Melissa used to babysit, and in unison you just hear, "Oh, okay," and they just let you go, like no questions asked, not even trying to put up a fight. With Kitty fussing in the background, shouting at her guys. In fact, you even see one of them get thrown across through a doorway with a bunch of scratches. Ladies, Kenny, Bobby,
Good seeing you again, Kenny.
hmm. And you're able to go out the door unencumbered with no problems whatsoever.
Yeah, just gonna walk right on out of there. Um,
Um,
start walking, just walking casually down the street. He's probably got a car parked nearby.
yeah,
Um, he's still has that. It's not his car. It's a loaner from Lodestar. They provided his choice of wheels, and he just you know chooses that big mobster sedan that is the style of the various criminal organizations in the city.
and great. You're able to see Bobby just walk out of here. No problems. In fact, not even being fired upon like you were just 5 minutes ago, where you had to dodge all that gunfire.
I'll just kind of slide into the other side of the uh the car and just. Oh, so you were just having a stroll then?
Look, I provided the distraction I could. I got the person in charge out of there to make. I made the
Right.
hole.
You made the hole. Yes. Um, I was very lucky not to be riddled with holes. How many gangs were there tonight?
You,
Well,
you believe at least
Uh,
15.
so real like serious gangs or like just like little hang around gangs in total? Because I mean, if you add them all up, it's like probably like a dozen or so, maybe here or there. Some might be a splinter, so it might depends on how you count it. Um,
right. Let's just drive. Let's just get out of here. We
all
we
right, all
have
right,
what
all
we
right.
need.
Yeah. You
Um,
hungry?
A little bit.
I know a good diner. We can go, stash this in the drop spot, and then get some steak and eggs.
Yeah, I'd like that. I'd
Yeah, all
like that
right.
a lot.
um, you are driving to this location and you think, finally, we got out of there. No problems asked. And I need you to give me a pilot and dexterity roll there, Bobby. Difficulty of 3. No complications.
All right. Well, this is not going to probably go well. Yeah, I don't have anything to help me out with this. We're going with difficulty 7 or target number 7.
Yes.
Then that is 3 successes.
Ooh,
With that,
nice.
you're able to swerve out the way of this car that does nick you and kind of makes you spin a little out of the way of where you were going and almost towards hitting a light post. But you're able to make it out without actually being hit entirely. by this car that almost looks exactly like yours, only white.
That's not a
I'm
real
surprised.
problem. No self-respecting gangster would drive in a white car unless it was. He's gonna just take a double look to see who is in the back seat of the car.
You try to take a look at the back seat, and the windows are tinted, so you can't really even see who's even driving this.
Think about it this way: they're late to the party, too. So self-respect.
Yeah, yeah. Okay. They're not like turning in trying to follow us at all, are they?
Oh, they're definitely trying to follow you.
Oh, okay. All right. Oh, you got some company. All right. Are you carrying?
I am, as always. But you're going to keep it steady, right? So I can.
Yeah, we got a sunroof. You're gonna pull back the sunroof.
Uh, I will try to shoot out a tire or two.
Let me get that. Let me get that firearm and that dex. This is going to be difficulty of two because of who you are, but also a complication as this person, whoever's driving this, is driving a little recklessly, and by that I should have said aim and dexterity.
Mm-hmm. I'll turn on a little light here. Sorry about that. I can't really see my dice, so 1, 2, 3. So that's 3 successes on the die, and with the pistol, which is a quality 2, would be 2 enhancements with that as well. So that's 5 successes total.
Perfect. You're able to shoot out that tire. They kind of spin off. They're trying to get back on the road with you guys, but they smack right dab into like a fruit truck. There's watermelon and other melons flying all over the place. You don't necessarily see who gets out of the car, but you do see what looks to be like a feminine frame who wants to aim something at you, but decides to just duck back into the car and try to get whoever is driving to get out of there as fast as possible.
The gun that I shoot, everything else is incredibly inconspicuous about gray, but the gun itself is incredibly shiny and very, very silver, with almost a hardwood kind of crossed hatch handle as well on the guards. And after I take the shot, I just, all right, no more, no more lingering problems, I would hope. I can sit back down. How far is the drop point?
No, it's only a couple blocks.
You remember that it's the drop off point was 2 blocks and a half away from the headquarters, so it wasn't shouldn't be too far, especially not far from the kitten club. As you head there, uh, the radio is playing all the best hits. Um, there's cars flying past you all as you're still going down. You get to the location and you realize it's a diner. It's the diner that you were talking about going to, anyways.
See, we killing two birds with one stone here.
You know how much I hate coincidences, right? But
Let's just hope Jenny's not working. Okay. Long story.
right, anyways, let's just go.
Um, you all go inside, and this diner looks like the regular ones that you would see in this era, in this time. Um, Only difference with this place is that it even for this time of night, it looks way too empty. There's a guy sitting all the way off to his own little corner of this place. Looks like he just got off of work. Very disheveled. Looks like he's working on something important that he's drawing on these napkins. On the other end, on the other side, you see a couple kind of sitting there with a plate of fries that look like they haven't been touched, but they just been gazing at each other's eyes for you don't know how long. At the counter, you see Reggie the cook. You see Ashley, the who would normally be working the register. You see Jenny, who is cleaning up something, but you don't think she actually knows what she's doing about cleaning. And then you see an extra new face, a young man in his 20s, short red hair, red freckles. Kind of looks nondescript, but he kind of clocks the two you as soon as you come in. Hello, hi, what can I get you guys? Pals.
Just to be
Booth,
clear, this is
sorry.
a person who appears to be working here or a patron.
Person who appears to be working here, but the problem is it's no one you've seen before because you've been here a few
Yeah.
times.
A booth to start, and we'll figure out what we want later.
Reggie, who's the new guy?
Reggie just kind of looks. Oh, that's Jenny, who the kid. Oh, Billy's son. Yeah, Billy's son. I hired because the kid said he needed a job. So yeah, that's the kid's here. Hi. Okay, booth. And
All
he
right.
just runs over to a booth, kind of like sweeps everything off the booth, and then opens his arms out. Booth.
Right.
Yeah, thank you. I'm gonna need a coffee.
Uh, Kind of runs over. You want decaf or caffeinated?
If you ever ask me for decaf again, that is going to be the last time you ever ask me for coffee.
Does not take off that customer smile, service smile off at all, and pours caffeinated coffee. Dark, sugar, cream.
No, sweet enough as it is. Thank you.
Okay. Oh, what about you?
You could just leave the carafe here. That'll be fine.
He leaves it, drops it down, um, but also leaves something beside it, a piece of paper folded up under the coffee cup.
Yeah, I'll look at the piece of paper. Just very kind of under my palm type of look.
Um, and you look and you see, good job, agent. Glad to see that you were able to retrieve the item. Um, the Hope Alliance thanks you for your duty. Branch 9. And you see the Branch 9 symbol drawn out.
Okay, well, this is the drop off point. They really cleared out a lot of people today, huh?
I mean, I guess.
Does the paper say anything about who we're supposed to give the briefcase to?
It does not. But now that you realize, when you look over to the man over there who's etching a bunch of stuff, you know, that guy, Aeon Society. Um, you realize the couple over there, um, most likely, if anything, looking at what they're having on it looks like they have on Letterman jackets and the normal high school stuff that you would have. But you look at the symbol, that's definitely a Branch 9 symbol that they have on. And looking at the young man who's working at this place, he is probably one of your agents.
Right.
So who do we drop this to? Which one of the?
Probably that one. Aeon Society, I suppose?
Definitely. You know, Aeon Society was the one who asked you to get this for you and to try to be discreet as possible about grabbing it.
Well,
We were discreet.
Sure.
It wasn't the fact. It was definitely less discreet than I would want it to be. But,
I only threw 3 chairs.
who was it that told us that Costello's bartenders wouldn't say anything?
Um, I don't remember.
Well,
Somebody actually told you that?
no, not really, but there was a lot more heat than I expected. A lot more.
I mean, that's not uncommon for that club. Things get pretty riffle there sometimes.
Gunshots?
That's a Tuesday.
Today's Thursday.
Yeah, I mean, you get the point. It's a normal thing.
Anyways, the job's done. The briefcase is here. Um, I'm going to go to the guy that's like writing on the napkins.
Um, you go up to him, and he's still writing. He's just like, okay, okay, no, it's fine, it's fine. The world might end, but it's fine. And he looks up at you, and who are you?
And why is the world going to end?
Wouldn't you like to know? Fiery fires all over the place, just lasers striking down on the earth and just burning all the crops like Armageddon. And um, you just think about it in the comics, and then one day you're working your job, and then it's just like, oh, there's death rays that are just gonna rain down upon us if we don't do something about it. And are you a praying person? Because I've seen God, and He's upset.
Okay, well, ignoring all of that, would this help the situation any? And then I'll just kind of put the briefcase to the side of the booth that he's sitting in.
Um, he kind of looks at it, flips it open, and it just kind of tears through everything he's looking through. Wait, wait. Were you able to get? You got this?
Yeah?
Oh, you sweet angel! And he tries to go for a hug, but he doesn't go for a hug. But he's just like, I. It just looks back at the. Because of you, I can sleep tonight.
Good. Perfect. Is it all?
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm just gonna I'm gonna go and get this all to be rid of and look through and talk to my people and talk to your people. Wait a minute, wait a minute. You're with the Hope Alliance, right? That whole
Branch 9.
Branch 9. Yeah, 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 yeah. But like, the collective Hope Alliance, is with you and with the other groups and
Yes.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, all of that. Yes, right, all of that. Anyways, so, is our business done here?
Yeah, yeah, your business done. And he's just kind of putting everything together, slams it down, um, just kind of holds it up. It just, Jenny, we're getting married. Jenny, I'm getting married. Reggie in the back. No, Jenny, you're not getting married. Go back to making the coffee, Jenny. And then when you're finished with that, go clean the bathrooms. Okay, Reggie said I can't get married. Yeah, but the man is just too out of it to even like take back whatever he said. He's out of the door, jumps in his car, and just peels off.
I can just kind of walk back to the booth with where Bobby is and just
The suspicious nature that I usually operate on makes me very afraid of who we just gave that briefcase to.
I mean, we did what we were supposed to do, right?
Yes, a job is a job, that is true. But I really don't like when jobs could potentially bite me in the ass afterwards.
Uh,
That's life. Everything can bite you in the ass afterwards.
as you are having this conversation, our freckle face young man appears over, and instead of just pouring the coffee, is now sitting on the other side of you guys on this booth. Um, he just kind of like tussles through his hair. It turns blonde. He kind of takes off uh, the tie that he has on, and then you look, and he turns into an entirely different person. He turns into, and let me make sure that I have his name correct, Harrison Hargrove. Harrison Hargrove is a man who looks like he's straight out of a superhero comic. He's a bit of a Boy Scout, head of the Hope Alliance, and kind of effing annoying. Um, he is a type that is way too goody two shoes for all of you, and he appears at the worst time, giving your group the worst missions possible.
Great. What is it again?
Uh, Wait, okay, come on, Gray. You can't just allow me just to hang out, talk, late night, just sign you out with a job well done?
No, because last time you quote unquote signed us out with a job well done, you gave us this one. And I
I.
got shot at.
But did you die?
Well, I don't die, and I mean, I was in a cat scratch club. Cats have 9 lives. It
Exactly.
rubbed off on me, whatever.
So you didn't die. You have extra lives. Bobby still looks Bobby. I mean, I don't see what the problem here is.
You don't really give us a lot of time to rest, do you?
I'm giving you a night's rest. You have the night off. The rest of the night off. I need you back in the office tomorrow morning.
Right. How about you go and tell Reggie about those steak and eggs then, huh?
Reggie, hold on. Jenny, hold on. You see Jenny kind of like coming from out from wherever she was, puts out a big plate of steak and eggs. Do you want your eggs with ketchup, salt and pepper?
You still have that minced garlic?
She pulls out the minced garlic.
Right. If we're only gonna get one night's rest, I might as well indulge myself.
Great. Okay, so let me give you the mission brief. So, and just takes a sip of your coffee, Bobby. Anyways, here's the thing. Okay, we might have like have a new problem. Aeon Society, you know how that gets, right? I mean, you just finished that whole ordeal to go get that back. Okay, so new thing. All right, the mayor got into his head that like need a new attraction, but also a new power source for the city, right? You know how that goes. Okay, so anyways, Aeon Society got their hands on like a new thing called the Key of Providence, machine-like thing, very powerful. It's going to like the archive museum, right? But the mayor kind of wants to, do a test demonstration of like its powerful abilities to like fuel the city. So tomorrow, guess who's going to go ahead and help guard that?
Us too?
Oh, look at you, little genius. I knew you were my favorite.
Um,
Right.
you know how I operate. Guard duty isn't really my specialty. Like my job is usually breaking the people on guard duty, not being on guard duty.
Perfect. You know, anyone who's trying to snatch the key of Providence, you go ahead and smash into them. No problem, no questions asked.
Something, something. Best defense is a good offense, whatnot.
Do we know who's trying to smash this thing?
Um, that's the good part. Everyone and the grandmother is trying to go for it.
So we're having the same situation like tonight.
Just a little small little thing. You know, a couple of white shirts have been appearing around the city looking for like new stuff. Um, I mean, everyone who wants to go and power up the evil layer is coming for it. And what was it? What was it? I mean, it's not important who's coming after it, who's not coming after it. Just no one should grab it, and that's where you guys come in. You pals, you great, awesome folk.
Look, I mean, that means I just punch everybody.
I mean, that's kind of what you're good at, anyways, buddy. I mean, and you've kind of punched a hole in the walls. That's kind of your thing.
I'm just making sure that you understand that I have clearance to just punch everybody.
As long as you don't punch the mayor, you can punch whoever you want, buddy.
How do we know the mayor's not in on it?
That's also your job as well. See, look at you. You're already halfway there.
So punch everybody who's not the mayor. Got it.
You got it. Also, one last thing. Okay, it's also important because it comes from the Arctic Circle, and do you guys know how that thing goes?
That's where Santa comes from, right?
Looks over to you, Greg.
No, not a clue.
Um, if you guys want, one of you or both of you can roll me Enigma and Intelligence difficulty of 3. Normally, this would be for the third of you, but again, the third of you is not here currently, and they're off wherever they
Hmm.
are.
I can do nothing but fail or botch. So unless we're just rolling to add momentum,
Um,
I will. I will. I could roll for it.
okay.
I mean, it's gonna be a. It's gonna be a bit of a stretch. Holy. Yeah, I actually got 3 successes.
When it comes to the Arctic Circle, it's one of the strange places. To sum it up, heavenly beings have been seen there. They have advanced technology. You don't want to get into bad guys' hands. Yada yada yada. If this thing is from there, then this thing is a little bit way more powerful than your good boss is letting on. Hence the key of providence.
This is less of a power source and more of a potential otherworldly threat, then.
See, you've handled this stuff before. You were able to get that thing. You should be able to handle this thing.
I don't like this whole results based logic that you're dealing with right now.
Listen, listen. Okay. As much as I would love to say, no, we shouldn't do this, no, Mayor, think of like the catastrophe, no, Mayor, we don't have all of our guys here for this, no. I would love to do that. Unfortunately, we don't got the resources to say no. And two, unfortunately, he's kind of like on one of the heads of boards to keep our organization, our alliance sealed.
We're taking a big risk. Even if we do something about guarding it tomorrow,
I
that
mean,
doesn't stop potential retribution afterwards.
you guys can handle it. I believe in you. And anything else? Anything else I'm forgetting? Oh, right. One last thing. I need you also to kind of show around the mayor's son a bit while you're there. He's kind of gotten to so like big money weapons dealer. You do the math. Kind of helps us get what we need. All right, cool. Great. Thanks for this talk. You guys have been wonderful. You've been lovely. Bob, you've gotten prettier since I last saw you. Okay, I'm just going to go.
It's nice of you to lie to me like that.
And he snaps his fingers and he disappears.
That sneaky bastard.
Right. He always thinks it's very special for all that to happen, but I'm more concerned about what we have to do tomorrow. So we should probably finish the food and get a good night's rest.
Yeah. Jenny, I'm gonna need another coffee. This guy stuck his finger in it before he left.
Uh, she puts down another coffee, pours it for you, and goes back to what she was doing.
All right, so he said I could punch everyone uh, except for the mayor.
Mm-hmm.
Does that mean I can punch the mayor's son?
Technically, he didn't say anything else. He didn't say anything against that.
Got it. Okay. Punching the mayor's son. I can do that. All right. So you got any? You're the smart one here. You got any ideas on kind of how we handle this?
Loud and quiet, like we always do it. You're the loud, I'm the quiet.
All right.
But we're also having to deal with the mayor's son. Jokes aside, I don't think punching has anything to do with showing him around.
I mean, if he's an arms dealer, what does he need us to show him around for? Can I just bring him back to the club and drop him off and let him stare at dancers for a couple hours, and we can just leave him there? Think that'll work?
Not likely, but we could try. I mean, we could always try, but I couldn't care less about the mayor's son. We're dealing with something from the Arctic Circle, then it means it's going to be a problem regardless. And that also means, even without the opposition, something could go wrong.
What do we get? We just get a decoy.
What do you mean?
I mean, whatever this thing is, we get like a bunch of guys to pretend to take it there. We put a little, we take like I don't know, we get a whole bunch of like shitty necklaces or something, throw them in a briefcase, have a guy with a briefcase like attached to him get in the car, and a whole bunch of other big guys in the car with him, and then they drive off. And then anybody who's watching sees a guy with a briefcase attached to him and a bunch of big guys with him get in the car and drive off, right?
That sounds like a
So
lot of
then anybody
preparation.
just watching for it to come out thinks it comes out. And then we just, have a nice, chill, lazy drive.
I love that. I'd love all of that. But that does need a little bit more preparation. We got this sprung on us, and it's tomorrow.
Look, I mean,
You know what would have been an easier you
We
know what would
just-
have been an easier time if we just told the mayor to reschedule it silently.
that could have worked too, but I guess he's gonna look over for the Aeon guy. Does he still need that briefcase? He just needs what's inside, right?
We don't need the briefcase.
It's a
decoy.
decoy. We have a fancy looking we have a fancy looking briefcase. There we go.
I have a couple of those briefcases in the network. It's okay.
And then Julian's pawn shop is just around the block from here. He's open late. We can get some gaudy jewelry pretty cheap to throw in there.
We don't need it to have anything in there if we're just going to have it closed and locked, right?
Oh yeah.
We could
See, that's why you're the
put
smart
rocks
one.
in if anything.
That's why you're the smart one.
Right. Let's just stick to the whole punching, guarding, and everything.
All right.
I'll scout silently. Um, we'll see what happens there as well. And, just like always, tomorrow just find me wearing a red ribbon.
The red ribbon where?
Let's
All right.
just say the chest.
Chests. Okay.
Yes.
Look, you can look like anybody. I have to ask. For all I know, you could be, having your hair tied back and long and, um, you know, have a red ribbon in your hair. That's why I have to ask these things.
True, true. Red ribbon on the left lapel, then.
All right. Sounds like a plan.
Okay. I assumed that we were just eating while we were
Yeah,
talking the
no,
entire time.
yeah, the entire day. In fact, as Bobby was having this conversation, takes a sip of his coffee. He kind of realizes this is not caffeinated. This is decaffeinated. Jenny has just poured you purely decaffeinated coffee.
Damn it, Jenny. We've gone over this.
Okay, wait. We got all of what? Which thing? Because like, I apologize for like, the coffee mug incident. All right, that wasn't my fault. It was slippery.
The decaf has this orange thing that says decaf. The regular doesn't have the orange thing.
Also, Jenny, if you're the one in charge of cleaning, wouldn't the floor being slippery be your fault regardless?
That's a conundrum. That's the first time you ever heard her use the word conundrum before.
It's, so I'm used to Jenny messing up,
Yeah.
but Jenny's using a big word. Is that something that I should find suspicious?
You know what? Go ahead and roll for me. Let me see. What would this be? I'll allow you to pick. What do you think would work to suss out Jenny in this moment?
So, because I think she's up to general no goodness, and I have some knowledge of general no goodness, I'm thinking larceny.
Okay. Larceny. Let me see. You're just trying to read her. Maybe larceny and cunning.
All right,
Uh,
2 successes.
two successes. Huh. There is something off about Jenny, but like nothing like she's up to no good. She's suspicious, but like there's something off, but you can't put your finger on it.
Hmm.
Right.
Jenny,
Yeah.
can you come here for a moment?
Um. She walks over, um, kind of stumbles a bit, and then picks herself back up, and is immediately at your table.
Um, as she's walking over, I'm looking at any kind of signs. So it is like, and she stumbles a bit. She's clumsy, but not like obviously clumsy. Is this bumbling intentionally, stumbling, or is this?
Um. You can tell that there's some intention in her footstep because Jenny bumbles, but she doesn't fall. And this person, Jenny, her steps is just off. And that's probably what gets you the most. But it's the coffee thing. Now that you think about it, like, huh, big words, coffee. I mean, she getting it wrong before, but she would never get it wrong after you just shouted at someone about like never giving you decaf.
As she gets close to the table, I'm gonna grab her by her collar and pull her down. Just be like, "What did you do to Jenny?"
And she just goes, "I what? I am Jenny. I Bobby, are you okay?"
I am going to spend an inspiration
I'm just gonna keep eating.
to activate Predator's Visage, um, so that anybody attempting to take a social action against me has to overcome a difficulty of um, or overcome a complication equal to my destructive facet, which is 3.
Okay. Let me.
Um, and I'm going to try to put some intimidation into fake Jenny,
Okay.
into coming up with um, to coughing it out in the ascent and the idea that this is a she's trying to use social influence on me to make me believe that I'm Jenny or that she's Jenny. So
Yeah.
hoping that's how that'll work in my favor.
Okay. Yeah, that's not a problem. We can go ahead and do that. I'll make her roll just a second. Um, she's trying to convince you that she's Jenny, but it's just not working in her favor. And she just, okay. I am just an actress here. All right. I was just paid. I was just told to bumble around like her. I don't know anything. I am so sorry.
Who paid you?
That I can't tell you.
What do you mean you can't tell me?
Uh, you know, uh, b- client,
That doesn't work in this line of work.
kind of works in my line of work, buddy.
You're 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 not a doctor or a therapist.
Just letting you know he has gotten doctors and therapists to break that contract as well. So
I, you also notice that like the Gray, your fellow agents kind of look over in her direction, as if like now they've officially clocked her as well. Um, and as she's about to say something, you all hear the doors open. You hear the sounds of footsteps. Someone walks over to um, where the seating is normally for the diner, sits down. It's a masculine figure that has their face faced away from you all. You can see the back of their head, but they don't address you initially. But you watch as a group of them, dressed up in black and white, kind of form a circle around them, and a few of them sit down beside this person. Oh, okay. All right. I did my job. Sir, can you let go of me? I am not a part of this.
Oh no, fake Jenny, you are a part of this.
Now, and you finally hear that voice. And Gray, you think you can pick that voice out from a lineup, but it's kind of hard to tell. It almost sounds like this person is speaking through a radio. Now, Mr. Joey, I didn't think you were the type to go and beat up on a woman. Now, poor thing, you got her shaking like a leaf.
This person's a mighty fine actor or actress, whoever they are. They're certainly not Jenny. So we don't know. I'm not confirmed yet that this person is a woman. This could be a man dressed up as Jenny.
This is
I don't
Lise.
know that.
This is Lise, one of my favorite actresses. I would suggest you just let them go. They have nothing to do with this. Thank you, Lise, for your service. Also, thank you, Chris, for your help. You look over and Reggie kind of makes a nod and goes out the back door. I just wanted us to have a conversation.
Right.
Bobby, let's go with fake Elise or fake Jenny.
Elise kind of books it out the door. I am never taking this job ever again. Yeah, 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 yeah. I know. Money's in the mailbox. Right. She takes off. Amber, make sure Elise gets the money in her mailbox. This woman in white, um, long white jacket up to her neck, high heels. Looks like she's holding something in her hand. Kind of walks out. Right. I'll go make sure she got it. Then kind of skips
Does
out.
does she look familiar to me?
Amber, um, kinda. Let's see. Larceny and intellect difficulty of 2.
Larceny, intellect,
Was Amber really Amber?
difficulty. 3 successes.
Yeah, Amber's really Amber, but like gray. Um, that is a criminal assassin that you've had to deal with before, and in fact, kind of like Jenny, real Jenny. Real Jenny had a weird knack for making sure she always knew who you were. No matter what disguise you had, Jenny could pinpoint you out from a lineup. It's almost caused a few problems on missions where you're out in the public. Um, Amber also has that same ability, although Amber's a lot deadlier and she's on a few lists. But you can never clock what organization Amber was with. Always, she's just always appeared in white, and then by the time she was done, her white whatever was always dyed red or pink.
So what can we do for you?
Well, unfortunately, you got your hands on something I wanted originally, but it seems someone wanted it more because they hired you to.
Allegedly.
Safety of the world and all.
God, what safety of the world? Next to profit. I'm more of a profit sort of dude. So I'm just confused as to why your organization wanted it so badly that a few of my guys took a few bullets and a fruit cart, fruit truck. What was it? Melons, watermelons, that sort of thing. I really wanted my hands on it.
Look, the bullets wasn't me, just the fruit carter.
And the bullet wasn't aimed towards your guys. It was the car tire, to be specific.
Do appreciate it. I would appreciate it more if you help me out in a certain situation I'm currently having.
Well, I'm never averse to listening to profit, I suppose. Somewhat, I guess.
Uh, Now, my lease, listened in just a little bit. Got on the phone with me, kind of plugged me in. Kind of told me that your boss will be coming through here. Been watching this place for a few days now, and interesting drop-off point. The key of Providence. Your mayor, kind of reckless. Your boss, kind of a jackass. Me, I know how to work with it. So I figured, hey, instead of a jackass and a dumbass running the whole key to the Providence, give it to someone who knows how to work with it. Make a few money, make a few dollars.
But what if the methods themselves are a little bit too macabre for my tastes?
Uh, doesn't really matter in this whole matter of thing. It's not like, listen, I just need it for a project that a friend of mine is working on. That gets completed, you get paid, and no one has to worry about the key of provenance.
And if we say no?
I mean, can't force you to say yes. If you say no, you say no. Might get a little difficult for you for your what was it? Don't punch the mayor mission.
Well, I kind of look at Bobby and just we've ex- we were expecting difficult regardless.
I mean, look, so we're allegedly, you think we're bringing a thing
Mm-hmm.
from one place
Mm-hmm.
to another place to hand it off to the mayor. Right, right, okay. Now you also think that the mayor is a was he the jackass or the dumbass? Which one was he was the dumbass, right?
He's talking about powering a very powerful artifact and using it to power the city. Which one do you really think he is?
I mean, it's going to cut down the electricity bill, right?
More like fry the whole city up, that's for sure.
All right. So if he is as big of a dumbass as you think he is, then you should easily be able to trick him out of it, right? Theoretically, hypothetically, if we do our thing and drop it off, and then you have a conversation with the mayor, that's beyond our scope of what we came here to do.
Unfortunately, your boss is a little bit more persuasive in that regard. So makes that difficult for me, makes it difficult for you, and well, if I'm hearing about this, then your friends at the Kitten Club probably is on that track as well. And even worse, the mayor has kind of been making commercial announcements for this unveiling, so everyone knows about it.
I
Right.
mean, so okay, so hypothetically, everybody knows about this thing,
Hmm.
right? Okay, and if you know you're gonna upset a lot of people are gonna know something's going on if the mayor doesn't do the thing, right? So, I mean,
I mean, things get canceled
logically,
all the time. I mean, look, listen, wars happen, war is happening. A lot of stuff get canceled.
I mean, to like, um, radio dramas get canceled all the time. That's the thing, you know. There's just not the audience, or that one that guy he said that word. I'm not going to say that word. But he said that word on the air, and of course he got canceled for it because he deserved that. Um, but yeah, I mean, I'm not. I it, we just got the mayor's get the thing is going to get to the mayor, right? Right? Okay, yeah.
You know,
Right. So even if we do accept what you want us to do, what would you like us to do?
were talking about doing a swap anyways, right? So you swap a very convincing thing. We get our hands on it. We help you get something to swap it out for. You don't have to worry about the city burning up, and we can dispose of that item after we give it off to where we were supposed to give it off to.
And I suppose that that little piece of information is on a need to know basis as well.
Well, if you're wondering who we're working for, don't worry. We ain't with the we ain't with the white shirts and the red armbands. If that's what you're worried about, got our own thing going. Although,
So,
rumor
so
has it
you're
they're walking through there anyways and hearing about it and might get their hands on it too. So, well,
all right. So you're not instilling the best of confidence when you say like you're not giving it off to the very top of the tier evil scumbag jerk offs. And that just leaves a whole range of other, evil scumbag jerk offs that you could be giving it to.
you see Amber walk back in true to her fashion, that coat is definitely messed up with red. Oh, payment's been delivered. Amber, favorite one. Knew I could count on you.
Right. I'm going to have to sleep on it. I think we both will.
Oh, sure. Oh, I wasn't trying to keep you. Just wanted to send my hellos, greetings, send my offer. 2 million, no questions asked. Oh, and don't worry, Amber won't be there for that.
I kind of clock the information and just kind of look at Bobby with like a very obvious like fake smile. So it's like I'm not really looking to agree at all. But then I'll just kind of be like, it's a fine offer,
All
but
right, so again, you know, you're guaranteed that you're not giving it to the biggest asshole group of assholes we know. The
Uh,
the smaller group of assholes a lot on the ladder are still on the table.
I wouldn't worry. We're not one of the. Let's just say we're not one of the assholes of the upper echelon of evil.
it doesn't matter what echelon of
So
evil you
mid
belong
tier,
to.
you're like
I wouldn't call us evil, but just we're more forward, future thinking.
You do
yeah.
understand. You've heard. It comes from the Arctic Circle.
Of course, I know what it is.
We'll sleep on it.
Sleep on
It's a
it.
tempting offer.
All right. I'll see you later. You know what? We'll even close up. Jenny and Russ, they're fine. They'll be open tomorrow morning, bright, sunny, new, and it will be them. You have my word on that. And we're just gonna take off. Um, he puts on a flap cap on. Um, Watch he puts on a mask, a white mask that covers his face up. He takes off with this posse of maybe 10 to 15 in white, with Amber being the last one to look kind of looks at you, Bobby, and then looks over at you, Gray. She gives you a wink and kind of skips out the door.
You think she's a double agent? You think
No,
she's working with us?
she's definitely killed the actress.
Well, I mean, that's taking death before decaf a little bit too literal. Um, Not that she doesn't serve it, but um, what if she's actually working with us, but she's a sneak, like a spy, pretending to be one of them?
From my knowledge and my experience running into her, not likely.
I mean, do you run into to spies that often? And
As a spy myself, yes.
oh,
You forgot about that point?
that's I mean, I'm not technically a spy.
But you're part of the Hope organization now, so
Yes, but my job is to hit people.
looking like
Like,
a longer list tomorrow for you to hit.
all right. Hope those masks don't hurt my fists. They're just they think they'll probably just break real easy, right? All
Sure.
right, yeah, sure, okay. All right.
Uh, with that,
Well,
we zoom forward. It's like a
Um,
montage. Oh, go ahead.
as I walk out of the diner, knowing that there's nobody else listening anymore, I'll tell Bobby, and by the way, it's going to be a violet ribbon. Right lapel.
okay.
Uh, we see kind of like the montage of that, going to the house, sleeping, the early morning, the loud sounds. Bobby, um, you're at your place. Across the street is Mrs. Abernathy and her 10 grandkids and 11 kids and 13 nieces and nephews, and she's all trying to get them off to like school and to wherever she has to go and get them off to. She waves you down. Um, oh, but Mr. Joey, Mr. Joey, before you go,
Yeah, Miss Abernathy, how you doing?
hi. Um, okay. I don't know if you know this, but I was supposed to drop this off to you. And she just hands you over a manila folder.
Oh, well, thank you. Yeah. He's just gonna tuck it in his
Um,
jacket.
Also, I just want to have to ask you a question. I don't know how to approach this, but do you owe people money?
Do I owe people money?
They look like the you owe me money type, the one who gave me the folder.
No, I don't owe anybody money.
Oh, okay. If you're struggling, I can, George and I, we can help you out just a little bit. Like,
No, you're doing a little Ricky, get out of that trash can.
she looks over and she kind of pulls Ricky out. Um, and for some reason, Ricky has a rumble sign that he's trying to dig out the trash can. And she was like, give me that. But grandma, no, no, grandma, but you're not rumbling today. Now go to school. I don't know where these kids keep getting these.
I saw that sign at a place last night that kids should not be. Hope it's not from the same place that I saw it.
I don't know. This city has just gotten so complicated. Um, we zoom away from this scene over to Gray in your sanctum,
Mm-hmm.
going down a few layers. On one of the layers, we see an actual rumbling happening with two individuals who look like they're doing some underground boxing with a whole ring full of like other individuals. It's early in the morning, but like the rumble doesn't stop. We keep going down a few layers, and inside of your sanctum, as you're getting ready for today's mission.
I would like to. I'll just kind of wake up and I'll immediately spend the inspiration that I just got back from the sleep, uh, from the night's rest, and kind of look in front of a mirror, and without like my hands kind of moving, my just my body itself, like facial and stuff like that. I'll activate Face of Clay, and I am going to spend the inspiration, and I take the larceny action. I'm not sure though. I have to ask whether or not it's just just rolling larceny, or is it larceny with any other uh
Let
any
me
other
see,
attribute.
because I believe uh, I know it's larceny and
When it does say a skill action, would there be a attribute that is tied with
yes,
it?
I believe there'd be attribute. I want to say it's cunning. I want to check. Where is it? No, it's manipulation. Manipulation.
Manipulation?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay. And with that dice pool, I have holy 7 successes.
Okay.
With 7 successes, uh, Gray is going to look from masculine to looking a little bit more feminine. Uh, is going to be a little bit shorter. And then I'm gonna count off the successes. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I have 4 more costs. So with the 4, I'll also change the hair color, uh, eyes, longer hair, just long hair in general, and then the last one would just be lighter skin color. So it's like almost pale, completely pale skin color. But
Gotcha.
but it's not pale to a point where I would stand out, but the hair is going to be kind of like a brunette, kind of like a long, flowy brunette. The eyes almost a little bit of a sable color, and even though Gray looks a lot more feminine, I'm still going to put on kind of like a blazer jacket and kind of attach the little violet ribbon onto the right side of my the right lapel, and then getting all of my clothes ready, and I'm gonna head out on one of the shoots.
You head out into one of the chutes. You get back up and you see what looks to be like a very excited crowd of people walking through the area. You think, the mayor's thing is happening. That's where they're going to. And they are, but there's also another rumble happening just a few feet away from you. It is two ladies like decking it out. One woman flips off of a trash can and slams it down on top of the other woman and just kicks her through another trash can. And you just hear like, "Okay, she's down, she's down, she's down. You got it. Rumble over." And there's a lot of cheering and everything else going on. Um, Rumble's gotten
As
out of
that
hand after a while.
as walk by this rumble, could I see like if there was like a sun hat that one of the ladies dropped that I'm just gonna pick up and kind of
Oh,
sneak away?
there's definitely one. One that even matches your lapel.
Yeah, so I'll just like kind of on the way out while everybody's kind of looking and more focused on the two ladies fighting in the rumble instead. I'll just take the sun hat and just kind of put it on myself and continue walking.
As you keep walking, another montage as we see, you know, the two of you. It's like a side by side camera of you getting over to the venue. It's the Museum of Oddities and Creation. It was donated by I want to say, it was donated by the Lodestar Group, but under a different name, a different charity name. They built it up just so they can have a place where they can lock up a lot of different oddities and things that come from places that you really don't want a few stuff to get out. But for some reason, the mayor decided, this would be a great time to have a viewing here of all places. And as the two of you are getting to your respective areas, Bobby, you just hear the rumbling has gotten out of the hand in the city. Once or twice a week is fine, but like it's happening 5 times a day these days. And did you not see the nuns fighting outside? Yes, I did. The nuns. Oh, that sweet woman and her. They're still trying to find her leg, and they both cross themselves and they keep walking. But you're able to meet up. Bobby, are you? How do you go about looking for Gray?
I mean, we have that code to look for the violet lapel. Um, but other than that, uh, so Bobby's gonna head out. Is kind of try to get there a little bit early, and to make sure the thing is where wants to make sure the thing is where it is, because it realized to him last night, maybe on the way up, he was walking over here, that if our friend in the white car had heard what our mission was, then they know location of where the thing is. So why wouldn't they have just taken it overnight instead of waiting for us to hand it off? Because that's what Bobby would have liked. If he knew where the thing he was trying to get is, he wouldn't have waited till the next day for a handoff. He would have just kicked in the door and taken it. So he's going to make sure it's still there.
Okay, and it's simple for you to even get inside. You have clearance for this, um, which is the one thing, good thing your boss did do. He did consider that you are a part of the guard team, so you should be able to have the clearance to get inside early. And you go through security, a bunch of big, beefy guys who kind of stand tall over you, but you could cut them down to size easily just with one punch. Um, but you also notice um, Amber from last night, but this time looking a little bit more mousy, hair tied to a bun, um, very thick glasses. Um, looks like a librarian that just did not get any sleep last night. And she's also running back and forth with the mayor. Susan, okay, I need you to go ahead and get me my coffee. Okay, get your coffee. I need you to make sure that Angela is dressed and ready. Also, she's not on the sauce. Okay, make sure she's not on the sauce. Um, and what else am I supposed to be doing? Make sure um, my guy, he told me that like he had two people coming in and they're going to be helping with the guard duty. Very two special people. Oh, right. Yeah, yeah, yes, I know. I will meet with them as soon as possible. Favorite person. You're my favorite one. Smartest cookie. All right. Get that all done for me before 12. Before 12, I got you. And the mayor kind of takes off. Um, he's going one way, she's going the other, and she kind of clocks you first, but doesn't say anything and just keeps on going to where she's headed.
Yeah, he's going to return the wink from last night because he thinks that she's a double agent. She's actually on our side
Um,
because reasons. Because I don't know.
gotcha. She doesn't return the wink, kind of just nods her head and goes back to writing some stuff down. Uh,
Yeah, but he's going to go over to this thing that he does not understand
mhm.
and has no clue what it does, but he knows he's supposed to protect it.
The key. The key is very and now that you look at the key, it's not like a small thing that you can put in a box and just, take off with it. It is very large. It's as large as two, it's about the size of two work desks That's how big it is. It's large. It's golden, but it looks mechanical. There's a lot of writing on it that is incomprehensible that you've never seen before. It looks like it spins on its own, and it looks like it has at the end of it a wind up key that turns it on. Um, it's also in a glass case that's not sealed or secured at all.
He's gonna open the case and touch it.
Um, you go to touch it. It zaps you. Your fingers and your hand get a little numb because it's shocking and it has a numbing effect, but it doesn't like fully electrocute you. But it looks like it's on and humming.
All right. Well, at least he knows it's a real thing.
Um, there's that part of you, that part that makes you you, that gives you your power, and that kind of resonates off of this thing, as if what powers you up also powers this thing up.
Oh, it's like it's one of me, but it's an inanimate object.
Right.
How does that wait? How does an inanimate object have telluric energy? He's just gonna to
I'll just be like behind him and just kind of walk over and just. They should really put a do not disturb sign here, huh? Or
I
do not
know, geez,
touch.
I know, yeah. And he's gonna look her over once, twice. I'm like, oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, they definitely. I mean, but also like maybe a caution sign or like a hazard, um, because this is like our power thing.
Yes, the mayor is trying to power the city with telluric energy. That spells trouble. Do we have any sort of communication with Hargrove at any time?
Yeah, you can communicate with him on your watch. It's just depending on like whatever Hargrove is up to. It's like a flip a coin. Does he get back to you or does he not get back to you? But you can communicate with him through that.
Okay. Um, I'll just kind of chance it and message, like kind of like send him a message type of thing, and I'll just be like, Hargrove, this is gonna be a lot more of a problem than we expected. The mayor is trying to power the city with telluric energy. Please respond this time.
Um, and you get a static. You get a static, and then you hear a voice. Oh, Hargrove. It's early in the morning. Yeah, tell her something that like I want 5 more minutes. Hey, you just hear Hargrove. Important business, babe. You stay in bed. Gray, hi there. What were you saying again?
This the city is going to burn if this thing gets activated.
It's
It's it's telluric energy.
oh, right. It's fine. There's no way. Listen, I made sure there's no way he can hook it up. It's gonna go. It's gonna a light bulb. A few light bulbs are gonna light up, and then it's gonna look like it's powering a bunch of stuff, but really it's just another backup generator we got. It's fine. It's staged. And then you guys guard it. It gets picked up. Boom. We never have to hear about him in this thing ever again.
So you've already prepared the decoy then?
Yeah. We got something prepared.
We probably need to take this now. We were overheard last night and approached right after. And you're not gonna like this, but Amber's involved.
Uh, there's a little bit of a pause, but for some reason you hear the voice say something else. Oh, it's Amber related. It's probably fine. She's probably just hanging around some sort of jerk off.
Yeah, some jerk off that shouldn't get this key.
Okay, all right. Okay, well, rendezvous with maintenance downstairs. They should be able to go ahead and change it out. All right.
Right.
Just make sure no one catches you doing it, especially not the mayor or anyone who's assisting the mayor.
Of course. Uh, I kind of like am close to Bobby so that he could hear this as well.
Yes,
Yeah.
no problem here. And with all this stuff happening in the background, where people setting up stuff, they're not really paying attention to you, especially since um, you guys are security.
Okay. Um, I will kind of guide. I'll kind of motion Bobby to follow me as I head down to maintenance. And like on the way, when there's like nobody around, I just go, "Any ideas on how to hide it?"
Do do we? So, I mean, are we supposed to bring it to the mayor? The mayor's already here. Like,
It's yes, but you know, as well as I do, how chaotic this could be. Telluric energy doesn't work very well in that mass amount.
okay, well, does the boss have a? Do we have a swap out for it yet?
That's what he said the maintenance could help us with.
Okay, so we have maintenance. Our maintenance or just like the city maintenance?
Should be our maintenance.
Okay. So we've got, and then, so we just gotta like sit around and we tell sit. This plan doesn't make sense to me.
We're going. Did you hear what Hargrove said? They weren't going to connect. They weren't going to use it to connect to anything before. Yet, the artifact is here. When it could have been swapped for a decoy a long time ago.
Right. Which means Hargrove doesn't sound like he knows what he's doing.
Yes, except we should have swapped it with a decoy long before. Nobody else knows the difference.
Well, right.
Telluric energy probably only resonates that strongly with people like us.
Right. But
Anyways.
like, well, I mean, Amber's here, so there's one of us. So that's someone who would know. So we gotta, you know, make sure she's on with us. But also, who's gonna swap it out?
I'm sorry, wait, what did you mean Amber's here?
Amber's here. She was running around like she was running errand. She was like a secretary or a gopher or personal assistant for the mayor or some shit.
Okay.
She's good at getting
did you?
coffee, so I mean, she kind of falls into her role there.
Yes, I know, but see that the problem probably comes down to the fact that what did the mayor say anything to Amber at all? Did you catch them talking?
Yeah, he sent her to go get coffee.
That's it?
I probably wanted some other things. It looks like she was taking notes.
Right. Let's get this thing swapped out as soon as possible. Leave it in the glass. Leave the decoy in the glass case, and we probably might have to split up.
Okay,
One person guarding the decoy and the other one transporting the real thing.
okay. When do I start punching people?
Well, if all goes to plan, and people actually do use the decoy, or think the decoy is the real deal, very soon.
Okay.
And with that, we're going to take a 5-minute break. We'll be right back. Hello, welcome back. Um, it seems that our team, duo of heroes, have gotten themselves in a little bit of predicament where a bunch of moving parts, a bunch of people involved, and no one's motivation seems clear at this moment. Um, Also, trying to figure out what it is that they do next. So, tell me the plan. What is it that you both plan on doing?
The idea that Gray had was to try to swap out the relic right now so that even the ceremony, as long as it's run by a backup, well, by a generator somewhere, even the ceremony could be faked, and potentially that will be the decoy itself while we're kind of running it through, um, and kind of clocking one of the. Does this relic look like it's big enough to fit in a phone booth?
Um, It'll be pushing it, but you can most likely get it in there. You just might have to maneuver a bit, shove it in there. But you should be able to get it in, and it should be able to go down to your layer with enough push and pull.
Okay, yeah, I think that's gonna be the idea of how we're going to kind of travel through, and I will take the time to kind of locate or like plan out a route, and this is kind of like while we're walking down. At this point, as I'm planning, I'll just be like, "All right, Bobby, if you could rendezvous with our maintenance guys, if they have the decoy and everything, and help get the swap settled, I will look for an escape route for
Well,
everything."
I mean, we can. I can call up somebody and have a see about having some people ready to pick it up who can safely get it to who I can trust to get it to where it needs to go.
Yeah, something like that. As soon as we have the relic on hand, because I don't think either of us are able to touch it. I don't know if any regular person would be able to touch it as well, but
I mean, it wasn't that big of a shock. Just a little
are you gonna be able to
zzz,
hold it?
maybe.
Yeah, yeah, that's what I thought.
I got gloves.
Yeah, maybe the gloves will work. I don't know. I This is new to me too. I didn't even know that there's relics with telluric energy as well.
I didn't either until I touched it. Nice.
Anyways,
So I'll make a
okay.
phone call. I'll arrange to have a van ready to go.
Yes,
And all right.
we don't need the van. I kind of like look, kind of remember where the closest entrance to the network is. We don't necessarily need to make a trip with a car. We just need to get by the back alley.
What if we have a decoy? The decoy and the van drives it away. I call up my homies. I call up my contact. They get the XP guild down here with their raid crew, and they'll come in and just swing out and take off with it with the decoy. So if anybody's following us and coming after us, they go after the vans.
That's
Double
actually very
decoy.
smart.
All right.
It's very
I'll call Go.
convoluted, but it would work.
I'll go call Vita and arrange it. He's going to find a phone booth and call up his society contact, Vito Bohem, who is well connected, to see about getting a van.
It rings. It rings. All right, you calling Vito's auto shop? This is Vito speaking. If you're one of the bill collectors, I'm not home. Who is this?
Vito, it's Bobby Joey.
Oh, Bobby. Okay. What you need?
We need I need a couple of vans
Couple of vans.
to potentially disappear something from a location.
Uh huh.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it.
That's it.
People.
I mean, a couple people to drive the vans and carry the thing, and. But
Oh,
yeah, that's
I got you. I'll send Lewis, little Lewis, and Lewis Jr.
all right. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
All right, and kind of like an old man who like mumbles through half of whatever it is he's trying to say. He mumbles something out, yells at someone in the background. Okay, I'll get you three vans, six movers, and a partridge in the pear tree.
Sounds good.
All right, then hangs up. As you guys are, as you folks are having this meeting at the phone booth, you see Amber, who is standing there looking at the two of you. Oh, okay. I need the two of you. The mayors are looking for you.
Amber?
No, it's Julie, and she shows her name tag and taps at it.
Right.
Right,
Julie.
Julie. Okay. All right, Julie. So what does the mayor know?
Okay, what are you? All right, I don't have time for this. The mayor needs you for your on guard duty, and also um, his son. You two are on assignment for that.
Oh yeah, him.
We
Okay.
are on duty for that as well.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, you guys can go find him inside office number two. You can't miss it. It is right near the Key of Providence. You shouldn't be able to miss either one. You shouldn't be able to miss. Well, you know what? That last part's not important. You guys have fun. I have to go and get the mayor's wife and make sure she's not on the sauce. And she takes off.
Have fun.
Bye, Julie Amber.
Um, doesn't answer you at all.
Yeah. Um, okay, then if that's the case, how about we split up now?
All right.
Just get the decoy and get the thing out, and I guess I will spend some time with the mayor's son and see what he wants.
Okay.
Well, once you get everything set up and in place, just give me a ring,
Got it.
and I will head to office number 2.
Okay. You know what? First, we'll start with Bobby. Bobby, what is it that you're doing at this moment?
Is going to what is supposed to be our maintenance people in theory, and getting the decoy.
Um, you go down to the maintenance unit, two floors down. You get there, you don't hear anyone, but you do see um, where there does look to be like a replica put on the table, looks armed and ready to go for this demonstration. And in fact, it even hums and spins like the device. It just doesn't have the caloric energy that you felt from the actual key.
How am I going to get this upstairs to the freaking thing with the anybody? He's just like looking around the room. Is there anybody there that is just like hidden, or is it just
Um, you hear footsteps coming down behind you from the maintenance elevator, and you watch as a couple of bodies fall out of the elevator as a pair of high heels kind of step over them. Bobby, I figured I'd find you for a rematch. And you see Kitty dressed up to the nines. This time a green dress, hair a lot more coiffed than before. But there's a lot of blood spatter all over her nails, her shoes, and her dress. And she flicks the blood off from her fingers and steps over the maintenance crew. Hardy Bunch didn't give me enough play though.
Kitty, I love what you've done with your dress. It's just so you.
Thinking about decorating a little bit more as she extends her fingernails.
Um, Kitty, I don't have time to play around and have games, so um, let's just save us the time. You can go. Um, you can go and you can walk out of here and pretend like you get to say that you whooped me, and um, yeah, that way you'll look good. You'll have bragging rights. First person in the city who has ever been able to claim that. What do you think?
You know, I was thinking, you know what? Instead of doing that, maybe I just. And she launches herself at you like a flying cat who is on the attack. And we're going to go to a brief initiative. And you have the higher initiative for this. So, what is it that you do in this moment to get rid of Kitty?
Sucker punching her.
Okay, go ahead and give me that close combat, and I'm guessing might.
Close combat and might, but also the sucker punch close combat specialty means that reduces the number of successes needed to overcome the opponent's dodge stunt by his close combat skill, which is 4. So
Okay.
that one explodes.
Would like to see
Those
it
who
again.
are not familiar with story path, tens explode. You re-roll them. It didn't get me anything else though, so I only got 2 successes.
With 2 successes, she's able to dodge out of the way for this. Um, it's almost like
She's dodging. She has a 4. She has to. Um,
that is true.
yep. So so if that means that she's got to overcome 6
And
additional 4 successes to dodge.
that's right. And unfortunately, she does not. Um, so it doesn't necessarily hit up her defenses because she's a little bit hardy. But you are able to like as she's going to try to dodge, you are able to get like a cliff of her chin, yanks it up. She makes like a cat growl meow noise as she kind of stumble back. I see we're playing hard to get.
I look. I gave you have that option. You can go. We don't have to keep this going. We don't have to keep going around frown like this.
She goes for one more swipe. Gonna make that roll for it with her natural weapons, so she has a +1 to physical attacks. Although unfortunately it is only a 2, so she's not really doing anything as she goes for this swipe. And it's your
Hmm.
go.
Yeah. So I mean, I gave you the chance to just walk away, Kitty. Um, and yeah, he's just gonna block her again. Um, after flipping on his knuckles. Well, that is a lot of tens.
A lot of tens is not good for this poor, our poor cat lady.
All right. So that is 5 success. I'm sorry, that is 6 successes plus the enhancement from the knuckles. So yeah, that makes 7 successes.
7 successes. That goes right through her defenses. Um, you kind of, not even just kind of, you knock her back through a few tables. Um, she tries to like stop herself from falling backwards, but she does take a big tumble, breaks a heel, and you just hear her head hit the table, and she's just out.
Well, that's going to be a problem for future Bobby Joey. Um, yeah, so he is. It looks like we're just gonna have to do this myself. Is there anything big enough to like wrap over the?
There's a few like decorations, and also what looks to be um, like floor mats and the type of wrapping that you would put down on the floor to keep everything clean. Um, that you would not want to get paint on stuff on, so you can wrap it in that. Um, Other than that, there's a few curtains in here as well for like you guess this would be for a normal exhibition, exhibit celebrations and stuff like that to pull back and show off. And finally, funny enough, there looks to be like a long uh, wooden box that you could probably put some stuff on or put something inside and take it off and take off with that as well. You got some options.
The wooden box seems like it would be a good option. Um,
Um, that's perfect for this, although unfortunately, it's not one of those ones where you hammer down and then you can just lock it. It's one of those ones where you have to find like the nails and like knock it down and make sure that it's secure before you can just whisk it out of here.
I mean, yeah. So I mean, um, he's gonna like kind of secure it a little bit. He's gonna have it like the top have a slide off, so you can bring the box up, slide up, throw the switch him out, and slide it shut again. Um, and then what he is going to do is load up the maintenance elevator
Hmm.
with the body of the I'm hoping unconscious bodies, but that he's not
Uh,
checking for vitals and doesn't really know how to.
yeah.
So he's going to load up the bodies of the maintenance workers, and he's going to load up the. He's going to put Kitty in there as well in the maintenance elevator, and he's going to go up with a box, and then when he gets out, he's going to be like, "Hey, something happened to these people.
Um.
Somebody should probably do something about this."
Okay. Give.
And then he is going to I'm going to use the without a trace edge
Okay.
to kind of just disappear from this situation.
All right. Without a trace, not a problem. Let me see, cause that is interesting, especially with shouting that out. Okay, you spend the rest of sure. So you give me a because let me see because I want to know who's around. Either give me a larceny cunning roll. Yeah, give me a larceny cunning roll. Difficulty of 2 with a 1 complication.
Okay. I have 2 10s and a 9 before rolling those 10, so I've got it, I believe. If my math is right. And then the rerolls on the 10s are an 8 and a 7. So I believe I have bought off the complication and been successful.
Yeah, so you're able to dodge out of here with no problems and nothing leading back to you, just getting people attention. You see a gentleman go, "Oh yeah, oh what happened to? Oh God, what is that a hairball?" Um, Camera pans over to Gray. Um, you're getting up to the other office that Amber, Jenny, whatever her name is, told you to head to, but um, maybe give me a larceny and also cunning roll. Difficulty
Oh.
of 2 for
What is this for?
listening
Oh,
into
okay.
this conversation that's happening without getting caught.
That's 2.
2. As you get up, you stop as you hear 2 voices, one of the mayor and one of someone else. Okay, listen, all right, I did everything you ask. All right, I just I need you to get off my ass. All right, okay. I brought that thing here. I'm going to use it to power up the city. Just leave my family out of this, okay? Fine, fine. But remember, you owe us one. You and your wife's habits, and also don't bring him up. Okay, well, he was the one who gave us the. Yes, I know. Yes, he told you what that was going to be. I know. And the other group got their hands on the. How was I supposed to know those two were going to smash through that place? Well, it's kind of not our fault. Kind of your fault now, isn't it? All right. I have 2 people guarding the thing, and then he was talking about. I know the maintenance guys were talking about switching it out, and yes. I know. I sent Kitty to go handle that. So there's yeah, a few bodies, whatever. Listen, all right, you're gonna go. Someone's gonna try to switch it out, but the real thing is gonna get powered up. You're going to fake as if everything is going right, and well, there's gonna just be a few more enhanced individuals that we have going on in the city. All right. Now you keep your end of the bargain, and we keep ours. All right. Cool. Great. Um, Great. You see the doors swing wide open, but you don't see the individual's face as they head out from the other side of the door. But you're able to sneak into the office if you want to, or you can follow the other individual who just left.
I have a specialty in wall. I guess I will just sneak back into the office, I suppose.
You sneak back into the office. Um, for the first time ever, because you know a little bit about the mayor. The mayor is kind of pompous, always out there smiling, always kissing babies for votes, always just uh, and very elaborate, very bad at his job sort of individual, and you still wonder why people keep voting for him. But in this one moment, he just looks dour and the smaller shell of a man as he's crumpled up at his desk.
Um, I will. I guess I will walk in, look at it. Just hi, sir. The mayor, right?
Right, right.
The name's Susan. They have had me part of the guard detail and everything, and something about uh guarding your son or. showing him around.
Yeah,
I don't
yeah,
remember what the information
my
was.
son. Right. And he's kind of looks frantic as he's stumbling around. Oh, right. Okay, guard team. Great, perfect. He just looks around. Ashton, Ashton. He calls out. Doesn't hear anything. Um, you hear someone speed walking past the doors. You see Amber, Jenny walking past the door. Jenny, hi. Yes, sir. Ashton, have you seen him? Oh, right. He's at the front desk. He's at the front desk. Um, if you could go and have he snaps his fingers. I'm sorry. What was your name again? Your name was
Susan.
Susan. Right. Jenny. Susan. Jenny. Right. We met. Oh, perfect. Okay. Jenny, if you can get Susan over to Ashton. Um, my pleasure, sir. Um, if you can follow me, Susan.
Right.
And she takes off first and waits for you to follow.
Yeah, I'll follow behind, but I'll just turn over to right before I leave the mayor's office. I'll just be like, and by the way, sir, e- everything is gonna be all right.
Oh, yeah. Perfect,
Uh,
shiny day in Union.
right. And I continue by.
Um, Jenny keeps walking. Um, doesn't say a word to you at first, but then kind of leans in. Oh, well, this is a little bit more of a shit show than I thought it was going to be.
Quite a bit. Yes.
It seems there's a third party involved.
Third party that showed. The fourth, the fifth, the sixth. Who knows?
Well, for now, I guess we're in a truce. Because I would rather this other party didn't get their hands on the key.
Yes. At this point, I think we're a little bit of in a pivotal situation in which I'm not necessarily sure anybody should get the key. Certainly not the mayor.
Certainly not. And my boss's other boss is a little bit well, a little bit agitated at this present moment. And as she gets to the desk, oh, right on time. Ashton, this is Susan. Susan Ashton. And you look at Ashton. Ashton is a very dour, um, dark haired, very pale, thick bottle glasses. He was wearing a suit that doesn't fit him. Um, there's just something lanky and just sad about him. He's just sad up and down. Oh, hello,
Um,
Ashton.
at, at this point, I would like to ask both the or like at this point I would like to ask the everybody if I'm able to use a momentum at this juncture to activate one of my skill tricks,
Yes.
which is devilishly good looking, and immediately I kind of almost turn on a charm sort of deal as I walk in and kind of give Ashton uh, kind of a little bit of a twinkle in the eye. And the description of devilishly good looking as a skill trick says, when you look this good, no one ignores you. Activate this skill trick to shift a target's attitude towards you by one towards the positive for a scene.
That would be up to you on that one. If you're allowing for this to be used, then yes. Um, Ashton does brighten up when he sees you. It's not by much, but you can tell that seems seems to look at you like someone he could talk to.
Hi, Ashton. I'm Susan, and I was assigned to act as your guard and also help show you around or something like that.
Oh, right. Thank you. Um, he just is awkwardly he's patting around for something, and he takes out like a card written something written on it. Thank you for guarding me, and thank you for letting me be in your care. Um, how's about that weather?
It's looking to be a sunny day.
Yeah. And Amber is just looking between the two of you. Amazing, sir. I'm just gonna go back and handle some of the other stuff.
Thank you, Julie or Jenny or what was your name again? I forgot.
Jenny,
Right.
I thought your name was Ah, that aren't you funny? Okay, now you have a great one with Susan here while I go and take care of your mother. Oh, right. Okay. Have a great one. You two go off and have fun. And you see her march. She just seems a lot more stressed than she was just an hour ago and is heading off to go handle some other stuff.
Right, Ashton. What would you like to see first, or what would you like to do?
Um, I was hoping before there was a crowd here to see the key, but I don't know. I don't want to be a bother. We can hang around in the lobby or something. I don't want to take away from your time.
Well, I would like to show you the key, but unfortunately, the less people know where it is, the easier it is to guard.
Right. No problem. Then we can go upstairs then. I heard there was an exhibit on weather machines, and I'm really interested about the weather.
Weather machines, right? Okay, sure. I'll just follow him.
He heads right upstairs, right as you see um, people crowding around one of the maintenance elevators that's come upstairs. Someone is shouting, someone's calling for an ambulance. Um, there's a crowd forming for that, as there might be a distraction happening.
I'll just turn Ashton around. It's just, oh, the staircase is somewhere over there, right? The
Yeah,
stairs to the. Yeah, let's head that way.
oh, okay. And you're able to get there. And we pan back over to Bobby as this is happening.
How good has the distraction worked?
Very good because no one is paying attention to whatever it is that you got going on. The main focus is on there's bodies coming out of the elevator.
All right. Um, so what he is going to do is quick. He's going to put some gloves on because as a good criminal, he always has a pair of leather gloves to not leave fingerprints. Um, he's going to put the gloves on and quickly swap out the take the duplicate, take the fake out, put it in, take the key, seal up the box without the key in it, and hide the key in underneath the table where the key is in.
Okay, that's pretty easy enough. Even with the gloves on, as you take this thing out, it just feels like there's a pulse of energy and that feeling of your fingers almost going numb the longer you hold on to it going through the gloves. It's a weird sensation. Um, and with the key, you can also feel not just you, but you're feeling other empowered just like you in the building a
Okay.
little bit more than usual.
How many can I feel?
Right off the bat, you think you can feel at least six or seven.
Can I just feel them, or can I actually like identify them? Like, can I get a sense of where they are, or
You think two went upstairs, You think one is heading outside. Um, you think one is in the was probably still alive in the elevator shaft. The other ones you can't really tell.
Okay. Yeah, he is there to guard the key. So he is going to hide the real key under the table so that the energy vibe is still going off. So anybody who can detect the energy vibe will come over to the um, fake key that is in the case and still get the vibe just so they think the key is vibing. And that's the fake key is the real key. He has the box also hidden under the table with something in it that makes it seem like there's a key in there.
Okay.
To exit the fake key or to exit the key that's really not in the box so that um yeah he can make the box disappear and people who are watching see the box disappear and thinks the key's in the box.
Okay. Um, After a while, you realize that it's just you kind of guarding this place. No one has come after the key. Uh, but as you're sitting there watching, you feel another pulse from it, and this time, that sense of energy is stronger upstairs, as if something resonates with this thing and has more energy going for it than what you have beside you.
Like there's something else upstairs that is more powerful than the key.
Yes.
Fuck.
We cut to Gray and Ashton. Gray is just walking around. Every so often, you just see him pulling out his chest, slams on it a bit, and just keeps walking.
Ashton, are you alright?
Ah,
Is there a problem?
chronic condition. Just pinched nerve here. Th- Never went away.
I see. Do I can I tell if something's wrong, like more than just a chronic condition?
Give me. Do you have anything in medicine?
Medicine, no. I
Uh,
was wondering if there was something enigmas related with what
uh,
it seems to.
it's gonna be difficulty of. You know what? Because you've been around some weirdness. I'll say difficulty of maybe two. Yeah, difficulty of two, and you can tell me which one of the which attributes you want to add with enigmas.
Uh, I would say cunning because it's almost like a reactive thing of me looking over and trying to pinpoint whether or not it's just if it's just a chronic pain or something different.
Go for it.
Okay. That would be uh two, four successes.
Yeah, with four successes, you think, this can't just be whatever it is. This is not a pinched nerve. It's something. Um, there's something about him that is humming off of you. Uh, there's like an energy there. Caloric energies. It's happening here somehow, but you don't can't put your finger on it.
Can I feel that it's because he's near me or the key or something like that?
You can still feel the key. For some reason, there's like now a bigger pulsing from the key now. That you can now feel it on your feet. It's like almost having tremor sense,
Mm-hmm.
and it also bounces off of him.
Ashton, Do I know the layout of the area of like kind of like a blueprint? Have I have read a blueprint of something?
Yeah, you've read a blueprint. In fact, with your strolling and kind of your way of handling things, you would know how the whole building is laid out.
Okay. I'm just going to keep leading him, and I'll just be like, I'm sure there's a little bit more other than weather machines. If you want to come walk with me a little bit further out,
Uh,
I think there's
sure.
a new exhibit actually a little bit further out here, and I'm just gonna walk him as far away from the key as possible.
It's possible you're able to walk him out, but as you do, um, you hear someone kind of go, "See," and you told me you couldn't get the job done. And you see someone with a white mask on, kind of wait for you at the other side of this entrance for the other exhibit.
About that same time is when Bobby Joey chirps over their communication device. It's red herring.
I know. And I just look over at Ashton and just go, right. Um, we should probably go.
But you just got here, and you see a few people stepping out. Um, Amber kind of steps out with them for a moment, and he just goes, "And Amber, tell me, how were you able to arrange the two of them meeting? Just seems a little coincidental, huh? I thought you were going to arrive with her dear friend Ashton there. Well, we just got into a bit of a predicament with another party here to who's planning on taking our stuff. Oh, right, mafia girl. Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, I hired her. Couldn't be too careful. Oh, well, that's great. Well, it seems like everything is clear, and not necessarily. We just want to have a quick conversation with our friend Ashton. Is that possible? Uh, you got your you got a job done. Don't seem like we need your services anymore, right?
Well, one job done, but I have another job. I'm supposed to guard him for a little bit. You wouldn't mind me just eavesdropping?
Uh, he's not that important. You got the key. We just need the kid. Ashton is just backing up ever so slowly.
I'll just I'll just kind of whisper to Ashton, "Run."
And he does run. He just takes off, hits the steps. The man is just pointing out two fingers towards where Ashton's heading, and you just see a bunch of white jackets like booming after him. Amber cuts down one of them, and then another. And before she's able to get to a third, we watch as this man grabs her and just flings her across through to the other exhibit and through a wall. Now, how did you get my best girl to help you out with this whole thing?
You'd say that. You don't answer my questions. Why should I answer yours? And with that, I will use my gift. I'll spend another inspiration and use my gift of Veil of the Unseen and completely turn invisible and just leave, just run with like kind of chase after the white coats or the white masks.
Um, the man gets frustrated. They always do this. I don't feel like running. I'm thinking, got it. And he just takes his sweet time going down the stairs. You're heading down one way. He heads down another. Man looks over towards you, Bobby. as this scene is unfolding.
I'll just use my watch or like my little pocket watch and communicate with Bobby, and I'll just be like, "It's punching time."
So the key gives me an idea of that there is some source of telluric energy, and it's moving very quickly down the hallway, coming down the stairs. Set of stairs, right?
Yep.
Okay. I'm gonna figure out that whatever is coming after that thing. I don't know where it is yet, because he hasn't met Ashton. But whatever that thing is, whatever's chasing it, is when I get to punch. So he's going to head over to the stairs.
Hmm. You head over to his head, and you just gonna punch the first thing you see that is chasing after this energy.
Yeah. Well, I figure something is running, so I'm gonna wait to see what's come running.
Um,
And
you
there's still the extra because I mean we have our man, our friend in the mask
Mhm.
upstairs that I would be able to sense from the key, and then Amber, and then Gray, and then a fourth thing.
Um, so you could feel Amber's like a dot being gone through a wall. Something upstairs hit something loud. You see a tall, lanky young man, kind of running. He's the first thing out, and that's when you see a bunch of your white coat friends come behind, chasing after him.
He's gonna yell, "Hey, yo, kid, get behind me!
Uh,
Come here!"
the kid kind of shambles over, kind of falls a bit, and I need to roll something for him as he's going behind you. But he does go behind you. These guys stop. Be careful of this one. This one punches through walls. What the? And like the guy who's skeptical of this, he's just gonna run in forward and gives you
He's getting
opportunity.
punched,
Yep.
and he's probably not expecting to be punched, is he?
No. And no
So
one ever is.
no one ever is. That's great. So with sucker punch, that means if he is doing any dodges, that's a four additional successes that he needs. And then with the lovely exploding tens, that puts me up to four successes to punch him in the face.
Uh, yeah. With all those successes, he doesn't have much on him. You punch him, and it breaks his nose. He flings backwards, hits like a wall, and just lands like a rag doll. The other guys kind of step back. Hmm. Hmm. Mm-hmm, mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Did we bring the guns? No, we did not bring the guns. Ah. Also, kid, buy key. Kid key. Shit. Fuck. Okay. Everyone get out. Get out, get out, get out. And they book it. As soon as they see the kid is behind you, they don't even hesitate. They move off. Um, our friend in the white mask kind of looks down at you, sucks his teeth, and just keeps it moving. Well, Mr. Joey, we'll see each other again very soon. Oh, you can have Amber. Um, I don't need her anymore. He takes off. Um, but the kid's still
These
behind you.
rolling nomads just running away when the fight comes. It's just I don't know. Um, can I punch the guy in the white mask?
You can. You can run up to him and punch him.
Yeah, I mean, I that was that became one of my goals since I met him. So I'm going to try to punch him. Four, six successes.
Um, yeah, with six successes, you're able to get through that defense. Where are you punching exactly?
I'm punching him right in the mask
You punch him right in the mask.
with the brass knuckles on.
You do that. The mask breaks. He takes that punch, kind of like how you take a punch, kind of shifts his jaw. You see that mask fall off, and it's the weirdest thing. It's like when you look at him, you realize something very off. This person doesn't look entirely human. They look like something else. Um, like Slender Man, the facial features are gone.
Did somebody hit you before I got you and just disappear that?
Mr. Joey, the less you know, the better.
I don't know much, so that's easy.
Perfect. And tell your boss we'll be seeing him very soon. And he does that same thing that your asshole does and disappears.
Mother, there's no one left around to punch.
Um, you look at one guy, he's kind of on the ground. Hey, listen, wait, we can talk about this. We can talk about this. Um, this face, I don't want it to happen. Whatever you do to people's faces, I don't want. So you can punch anywhere else, just not this face, just not the face, okay?
You know, punch him in the gut.
Oh, and he just goes down, and you hit him. Probably not your hardest, but like he's selling it. He's selling this punch, and is kind of stumbling over himself. He grabbed the other guy. Yeah, we'll get you next. No, we're not. And he just takes off.
Uh, um, and the kid like ran and like kind of fell behind me, so I'm not going to go help the kid up.
The kid is already up, and he has gone for the actual key. And you watch as he kind of does the same thing you did, touches it, but this time turns on the smaller key, and you hear it whirl, and something turns on, and then nothing happens.
I will appear right behind Bobby again. Gonna be a trope. And it's just tap him in the back, all invisible, kind of fading back into view, and just go, right, the kid and the key. Both are coming with me. Let's go.
All right, let's go.
And as you say this, the kid is just like, mm, "Where are we going?"
We're supposed to take you out on the town, kid.
Ashton, I have something I want to show you that it's a little bit better than weather balloons. Not many people know about it. You're gonna be someone special to know about it.
Cool.
Sound fun?
Yeah, but I want to show you guys something too. Something very cool.
Okay.
You hear a click again, and this blue energy just shoots out everywhere. That hum kind of pushes you both back just a bit, um, and then it undulates and then sucks itself back onto the key. Um, Across the hall, you hear someone goes, "Hey, I think this guy's okay." Um, he goes, "Hey, buddy, are you okay?" And a loud crunching sound happens as one of the maintenance workers bites into the neck of one of the individuals trying to help him up. And that is where we end tonight's episode of Trinity Continuum Adventure Rumble. Thank you all for joining us. This has been fun for our first episode. And we just got to leave you on that cliffhanger. But first, my players are going to reintroduce themselves with their characters, who they are, and where you can find them. Starting with this time, Michael, tell them where they can find you at.
Man, Rumble is such an understatement for this campaign. I swear to God. My name's Michael. He, they, and I am playing Gray. A big question mark because it's right now Gray is Susan. So we'll see what happens there. But I am a composer, voice actor, writer, a musician, and I currently you can find me on Asterisk VTuber, streaming for on Twitch, as well as every other Thursday. So not this next Thursday, but the Thursday coming after this, playing Trinity Continuum Anima, a little bit further into the future, uh, much further in the future actually. But that's fun. So yeah,
And also, Zach, where can we find you and who did you play?
I am Zachary Naldra, he, him. I can be found on various socials as at Zach Rules. It says my name below me. If you go to a social and you don't find me there, if Zach Ruiz is there, it's because he got there first. Try Zach Rules Dice. Um, I'm really only active on the Dead Bird site though, so that's really if you try following me other places, I probably won't notice. You can also find me if you go to Storypath Nexus through Drive-Thru RPG and click on Bloody Burrows. That's the latest thing I've done Trinity related. It's a uh, supplement for Trinity Continuum Assassins with the setting of New York City. And if you would like to see my face with me talking to you as a character again, Monday I will be on Trinity or the new Scion game, The Tower.
Hi, and I am Crow. I am he, it. I have been your storyteller. You can find me also on the Bird site for announcements for stuff like that at BSlateTV. I will also be on Scion, the Tower on Mondays with Zach. You will also see me on Thursdays or every other Thursday with why am I blanking out? It's been a long day.
the world below, is
World
it?
of Below, thank you. So
Yep.
you'll find me next week on World Below, and then I'll be back here on Friday doing this again during Rumble. This has been a blast. We will have a third person with us, and it will be the true start of all the craziness that is going to unfold in this weird world and weirder story that we're trying to tell to all of you. So thank you for being here. Let me see who can we rate. If there is someone we can rate, I know. One last thing, I wanted to say hi to Rolling Nomads. Thank you for rating. Rivika the Jade Gamer. Also, thank you for rating. The XP Guild. You guys rock. Thank you for rating as well. Um, Also, we had a few announcements coming soon of new games that we are putting out and new stuff that is going to be on Kickstarter. And that is it. Yeah, that's the last of the announcements. I am just stalling so I can find someone to raid. Let me see. I think everyone has gone to bed like reasonable people. Uh, who do we got? Who do we got? Who do we got? Oh, we are going to raid the unexpectables. So, thank you for participating with us. Hopefully, this will allow me to do it. No, come on, allow me to do this. We're rating the unexpectables. So, thank you for taking this time out with us. Wash your hands, wear your mask, and we're signing out. Bye. Have a great one.